It's day 3. I am getting ready. It's like 5 a.m. Which nowadays is very early for me. I'm getting ready to go to my appointment. The hospital is an hour and a half away. So I need to finish getting ready, and then my mom's gonna pick me up. Chris has to work and his brother Julia to school. So I'm gonna dry shampoo myself and throw a couple extra curls in because I'm gonna be essentially laying down all day. And curls are easier, like if they look messy, you know what I mean? Like it's a little easier to pull off than if I straighten my hair and then tried to fix that after laying down all day. So today is MRI with and without contrast, MR spectroscopy, and MRI with perfusion. Couldn't tell you the difference between any of that. I know MR spectroscopy is going to tell us the chemical composition of the tumor. And I think that I'm not a brain surgeon, but I think that gives us a pretty good understanding of what we're dealing with, whether it's like cancer, aggressive, benign, that sort of thing. So, just finishing up. Oh, my mom is on her way. Okay. I told her I wanted Starbucks, so she's gonna pick me up a little early. Okay, hold on. I gotta go turn the light on and unlock the door. My stomach hurts. But it's just because I'm nervous, because I know I'm gonna have to get an IV. And I don't like needles, but it's gonna be fine because once they give me the IV, then they're gonna give me medicine, and I'm going to probably just fall asleep. Yeah, I've never been super claustrophobic, but when it's my head and my head's in the machine, it's a little different of a story than just getting an MRI. Like I've had an MRI on my foot or my knee before, but actually being in the machine is a whole different story. They do give you music, so I'll get to wear like, it's a bit early for that, sir. I'll get to wear headphones, and then they ask you who you want to listen to, because I think they use Pandora. I'm going to say Taylor Swift. Thank you. And I think I am still going to I'm still going to use my little clips, and I will just obviously have to take them off. I have a little bag packed for my jewelry because you can't wear anything in the machine. So I'll take all of that off there. Now I just need to brush my teeth and finish these curls, and then we're ready to roll. I almost re-curled my hair last night, which probably would have been the smarter choice, but I was just so tired. I mean, go watch Vlogmas day 2 and see everything that I did yesterday, and then tell me if I wanted to curl my hair last night or not. The answer was absolutely not. I'm hoping to be home by like 3. That would be really optimistic. My scans start at 8, and I think the first one's at 8:10, and then I think the MR spectroscopy is at like 11 or something, and that one is really hard to get like scheduled because there's only like, it's a specialized team. They all have to do their parts at a very specific time, so they only work in teams of like 3 or 4, I guess, and if one of them is out, then they can't do them for the day. So that is what took the longest to schedule. And because of the whole needle thing, they were like, well, we'll just wait and do all your scans at once. Oh, that made me feel lightheaded. This is my go-to, just a little twist and a clip. But it gets the hair out of your face. And it looks cute. I feel like it looks somewhat put together when I do it this way. And then, tomorrow I get my hair done. So I'll take you guys along for that. That'll be fun. Okay. This is the finished look because I'm just done. I need to brush my teeth. I survived. That was rough. My orders for like anti-anxiety medicine were never put in, even though I talked to someone on the phone yesterday saying it wasn't going to be a problem, but that's okay. I was like, I'm going to be brave. So pretty much what happens is they come, they check your bracelet, and then they bring you into this like hallway, and there's lockers and like changing rooms. You change into like the hospital stuff, which you will see or already saw, and then you go and sit in a separate waiting room. They call you back into what is called literally an IV room, and then the nurse was like, all right, you can sit here. It was like a plastic chair. I was like, nah, dog, this is not gonna work for me. So I lay down on like a gurney and she did my IV. If you guys don't know this about me, I pass out with blood and needles. I have since I was 2 years old. So I knew myself better than that. So I laid down, she did the IV. That went pretty okay. But then when it was time to get up, I was like, I don't feel good. So then I sat up, and then they put me back down, and then they had me, sorry, there's people. They had me lay back down, and they put my feet, like they tilted the bed so my feet were technically above my head to get the blood back to my head. Then I felt better, so I was like, okay, like let's rock and roll. So then I had to walk quite a while to the actual MRI area. So I walked back to the MRI area, and they have me just kind of standing like literally outside the MRI machine room, and I was like, I don't feel good. There's an empty chair. So I just sat myself down next to the other radiologist. So the guy who had like brought me back through all of the first steps that I talked about, that guy was there. And then the two MRI like radiologists or MRI technicians, I don't know their proper term, but they were very, very nice. So she's standing in front of me and she's like, okay, we're ready for you. And I knew that the other two guys were standing on either side of her, but I couldn't see them, and my ears started ringing, and I was like, I'm gonna pass out. And so I was like, I don't feel good. So once I realized that I was gonna pass out, I said, I don't feel good, I'm gonna pass out. The guy who had been with me the whole time immediately recognized. He went and got a wheelchair. They got me in the wheelchair, and then they moved me to like a little side room, and they put me on a gurney. And then I laid there for a while, and they had same thing, like feet above my head, essentially, just like the way they positioned the bed. And the guy technician was standing at my feet, and I still couldn't see him. And I was like, frig, like it was quite a while, probably 5 to 10 minutes where I couldn't really, like everything was super blurry. My ears were still ringing. I felt nauseous. Like I just didn't feel good. And then I kind of came to, and they like made me smell something. I think that's kind of when I came to, was after I smelt whatever that was.
And then once I felt better, they were like, we're going to just bring the MRI bed to you so you don't have to walk. And I was like, I promise I am not this dramatic in regular life. Like, I'm so sorry. I know I'm messing your whole schedule up for the day. So then they put me on the MRI bed, and then they just wheeled me right in. They hooked my IV up to all of the different things that I needed. And then they put my earbuds, my earplugs in, headphones in. They let me pick what music I wanted to listen to. So I got to listen to Taylor Swift. And honestly, this part was kind of wild. Well, actually, there's a couple parts that were kind of interesting. But the locker key they gave me was number 22, which I've just been seeing like 222 and like sets of twos everywhere. So like that's kind of interesting. Like all these lockers I just get assigned 22. And so the whole time that this like passing out incident is happening, I'm holding my locker key and it has a huge tag on it that says 22 that's probably as big as like an iPhone. Anyways, so 22 played, and then as they put the mask on me, like the helmet, not a helmet, but like the cage, and they like stuff on your cheek so that you really don't move. And as they were moving me into the machine, Safe and Sound by Taylor Swift came on, and the lyrics are, just close your eyes, you'll be all right, something, something, something. And so that literally made me want to cry, because it was like, I'm looking through this cage, I feel like a patient. Like, it was just one of those surreal moments. But I just listened to the music, and she was just like, Tay spoke to me. She was like, just close your eyes, you're gonna be fine, you're safe and you're sound. So I really listened to that, and I didn't cry. I was really close to crying at that point, but I did not. I'm very proud of myself. And then I sat in the machine for an hour and a half, got all of my scans, and then as I was leaving, there was a radiologist sitting at the desk reading it. I didn't like stop to see them, but as I was walking by, I could see like the tumor was lit right up with all the stuff they gave me. So we should have those results in a couple days, and then we talk to my doctor about the results in about a week. So I'll keep you posted next week for Vlogmas. But yeah, that was it. And then they took my IV out right there in the MRI room while I was still on the bed, and she wrapped me up like I have a big gauze thing. And then they walked me back to like the lockers. I got my regular clothes on, and then we headed home. Yeah, so that was today. I probably won't be vlogging for the rest of the day. I think I'm just gonna rest and take it easy. But thank you so much for being here. Happy Vlogmas Day 3, and I will see you tomorrow.